Hello viewers, you're welcome to my YouTube channel Commerce Studies. This is Dr. Shashibala and I'll teach you in this video as to what is meant by organizational behavior. Organizational behavior in simple terminology is the study of human behavior in organizational setting with the aim of improving organizational effectiveness. Now, what does mean by this simple definition? Organizational behavior is the study of human behavior in organizational setting. That means that we are going to study the human behavior only in organizational environment, and the aim is improving organizational effectiveness. So why we are going to study this organizational behavior is with the aim of improving organizational functioning. But organizational behavior terminology consists of two words, organization and behavior. So let us first of all understand as to what is meant by organization and what is meant by organizational behavior. Organization means a unit in which two or more persons work together for attainment of common objective. So one thing is clear, that organization always consists of two or more persons. A single person cannot form an organization. Moreover, these persons, group of persons, come together and they work for the attainment of common objective. So there is a common goal for the achievement of which all these persons come together and put in their collective efforts. And secondly, behavior. Behavior means actions and reactions of individual or group towards their activities. So behavior is the action or reaction of a person towards any stimulus which is being given to him in the organizational setting. What does it mean? That if a person is given some assignment, अगर किसी person को कोई assignment दी जाती है and he takes it so excitingly, he feels happy on performing that work, that is that person's reaction towards the stimulus of providing that work or that assignment to that individual. So organizational behavior, in the words of Durbin, a management scientist, says the study of organizational behavior is a systematic attempt to understand the behavior of people in organizations of which people are an integral part. So Durbin says ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर एक ऐसी स्टडी है जिसमें ये कोशिश की जाती है कि जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में लोग काम कर रहे होते हैं उनको उनका बिहेवियर कैसा है, हाउ दे बिहेव विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल सेटअप, उसको स्टडी करने की एक कोशिश जो होती है उसको हम ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर कहते हैं डर्बिन के शब्दों में. Because people are an integral part of organizational setting, because human beings or the human resources are an important asset for any organization. An organization cannot do anything without the existence of human resources or without the existence of people. So people are the key in any organization. Without them, no organization can achieve its goals. So it is very necessary to understand as to how these people behave within the organizational setting, so that for the purpose for which the organization has been created, that purpose can be achieved. तो organizational behavior को study करने से पहले हमें उस organization में काम कर रहे लोगों के behavior को study करना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है, because उस behavior को अगर हम study करेंगे तो ही हमें organization के goals को we can achieve those goals in an effective manner. ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर की और भी डेफिनेशंस हैं. तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर इस डर्बिन की डेफिनेशन से हमें ये पता चलता है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर इज अ सबसेट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट एक्टिविटीज कंसर्न्ड विद अंडरस्टैंडिंग, predicting and influencing individual behavior in organizational setting. तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर जो है ये मैनेजरियल एक्टिविटीज का एक पार्ट है. सो ये सबसेट है मैनेजमेंट एक्टिविटीज का, बिकॉज मैनेजमेंट ऑन द होल इज कंसर्न विद द getting the work done within the organization by the people, and organizational behavior is a part of all those management activities. So ये कौन सा पार्ट है मैनेजमेंट एक्टिविटीज का? इट इज कंसर्न विद अंडरस्टैंडिंग, प्रेडिक्टिंग एंड इन्फ्लुएंसिंग इंडिविजुअल बिहेवियर इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल सेटिंग. सो ये सारा काम होगा ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल सेटिंग के अंदर ही. तो मैनेजमेंट एक्टिविटीज जिनका संबंध किसके साथ है? विद अंडरस्टैंडिंग. Okay, first of all, they are to understand as to what is the behavior of the people within the organizational setting, and then by understanding, they will frame an image in their mind as to how towards a particular stimulus an employee would react. That means predicting and influencing. So when management understands as to what is the behavior of the people, and on the basis of understanding of the behavior of the people, it will predict as to what would be the reaction of a particular employee in the organization. के अगर किसी को हम कोई काम दिया जाता है तो उस एम्प्लॉय का रिएक्शन कैसा होगा, ये उसके बिहेवियर को अंडरस्टैंड करने के बाद पता चलेगा. एंड देन मैनेजमेंट इज एबल टू इन्फ्लुएंस द बिहेवियर ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल, टू कंट्रोल द बिहेवियर ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल, so that organizational goals can be achieved, so that a direction can be provided to the activities of the employees who are performing their activities within the organization. Fred Luthans has given his own definition regarding organizational behavior. He says OB is directly concerned with understanding, production and control of human behavior in the organizations. So again, the same thing has been explained, that OB is concerned with understanding the behavior. Like we are to first of all understand, we are to study. Okay, because no two people are same in their behavior. हर एक का अपना अपना इंडिविजुअल तरीका होता है, तो हर एक का बिहेवियर डिफरेंट होता है. तो पहले तो हमने अंडरस्टैंड करना है कि कौन सा पर्सन किस टाइप का है. एंड देन प्रोडक्शन एंड कंट्रोल ऑफ ह्यूमन बिहेवियर इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. उसके बिहेवियर को अंडरस्टैंड करने के बाद हम उसके बिहेवियर को अपने डिजायर्ड मैनर के अकॉर्डिंगली, जो हम चाहते हैं वैसा बिहेवियर उसका क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, और उसको उसके बिहेवियर को ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं बाय प्रोवाइडिंग ऑल सच एक्टिविटीज with the help of which that person or individual would be able to perform activities as per the desires of the management. मैनेजमेंट की जिस तरह चाहती है वैसा बिहेवियर उनसे करवाने के लिए मैनेजमेंट उनके बिहेवियर को स्टडी करने के बाद वो टूल्स और टेक्निक्स अप्लाई कर सकती है, जिससे कि मैनेजमेंट कैन mold the behaviors of individual employees or groups within the organization, so that it may be able to achieve its goals, or so that it may be able to make the people behave in the manner in which the management desires them to behave. Newstone and Davis has also given their definition regarding organizational behavior, and they say that is the study of by which the people again he has also given the definition of organizational behavior in the same manner, that it is the study of understanding the behavior of the people, and then predicting and controlling their behavior in such a manner that organizational activities can be performed in a smooth manner. On the basis of these definitions, a certain feature come out as to what is organizational behavior. So इस इन definitions के basis पर हम ये बता सकते हैं कि organizational behavior में फिर आता क्या है, इसकी विशेषताएं क्या हैं. तो OB tries to understand the behavior, attitudes and performance of the people. So first feature जो इन definitions के आधार पे हम कह सकते हैं कि organization जो है, जो organizational behavior है, इसका main purpose ये होता है कि to understand the behavior, employees का behavior understand करना, उनके attitude and performance of the people, उनके attitudes, उनका व्यवहार कैसा है उसको understand करना, and how they would perform in a particular setting, ये understand करना ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का की खास विशेषता होती है. Secondly, OB is a micro study of person's behavior. So organizational behavior जो है ये एक पर्सन के बिहेवियर को माइन्यूटली स्टडी करता है कि एक पर्सन जब कोई भी एक्टिविटी परफॉर्म कर रहा होता है तो वो किस सेटिंग में किस तरह की उसका बिहेवियर होगा, किस सेटिंग में वो पॉजिटिवली बिहेव करेगा, किस सेटिंग में वो नेगेटिवली बिहेव करेगा. सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स are studied in organizational behavior. Thirdly, OB emphasizes on applied psychology in organizations. Basically, organizational behavior is a study, it is a study of psychological aspect of an employee, because it tries to study as to what is going on in one's brain. किसी पर्सन के दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है वो उसको स्टडी करना ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर में आता है. एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड दैट इट इज अप्लाइड साइकोलॉजी इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी स्टडी द साइकोलॉजी ऑफ द पर्सन and then we play with the psychology of that person so that organization can get the maximum from out of that employee for the organization. Main aim of OB is next feature है. Main aim of OB is to explain and predict the behavior of individuals and groups in the organizations. So इसका मकसद क्या है organizational behavior का कि we are to explain and predict the behavior of individuals and groups, not only individuals but how an individual as an individual works within the organization and how an individual works within a group within the organization. Their behavior at individual level and at the group level are also studied and predicted. That if a person is put into a particular environment, then what will be his behavior? If that person is put into a particular group, then what would be his reaction towards any stimulus? So all these things are studied in organizational behavior. Next feature है organizational behavior is the basis of human resource management and development. So this is a very important feature of organizational behavior कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट का बेसिस है एंड ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज को डेवलप करने के लिए ये इट प्रोवाइड्स अस द बेसिस. So when we study the individual behavior or an individual's behavior within a particular group, all these things help us in understanding as to what type of human resources are there and how we can manage those human resources. By studying their individual behavior, we come to know of as to how a person would be behaving when that person is given some type of stimulus, and then it also gives us the basis as to how we can manage or we can develop our individual employees so that they can become a better asset for the organization. तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर से हम सिर्फ उनको मैनेज ही नहीं, ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज को मैनेज ही नहीं कर पाते हैं, हमें एक इससे आधार भी मिलता है कि हम उनको डेवलप कैसे कर सकते हैं. Next feature of organizational behavior is that it studies human behavior at 3 levels. In organizational behavior, we study the individual behavior of persons at the individual level, at the group level, and at organizational level. So first we study how an individual would behave within a particular environment as an individual, and how he would behave if that person is put into some group as a group, how he would behave within the organization, and at the organizational level how that person would behave within the organization. This is also studied in organizational behavior. Further, organizational behavior consists of a body of theory, research, and application which helps in understanding the human behavior in organization. All these techniques help managers to solve human problems in the organization, because no organization can work without human resources. So human resources are the major, it is a major thing to be dealt with, to be tuned, to be monitored, and to be developed so that it can provide a better output to the organization. For that purpose, all these studies are done in organizational behavior. So organizational behavior में आता है body of theory. इंडिविजुअल बिहेवियर्स को स्टडी करने के लिए, ग्रुप बिहेवियर को स्टडी करने के लिए और उनका विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बिहेवियर को स्टडी करने के लिए ओबी में क्या क्या आता है, इसमें डिफरेंट मैनेजमेंट थ्योरीज हम स्टडी करते हैं, एंड देन रिसर्च इज कैरिड आउट एज टू हाउ टू for studying the individual and group behaviors and how to improve those behavior, what we can do, all these things. For all such things, research is carried out in organizational behavior and application. Then those research studies are applied practically so that better results can be achieved. So all these things help us in understanding the human behavior in the organization, and all these techniques help the managers to solve human problems in the organization, because it is the human beings who are to perform the work. तो क्योंकि जो employees होते हैं वो किसी भी organization के backbone की तरह होते हैं, तो अगर उनकी कोई प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं होगी तो वो लोग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए अच्छी तरह काम नहीं कर सकेंगे. सो टू गेट द मैक्सिमम आउट ऑफ दीज एम्प्लॉयज और दीज ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज, द मैनेजमेंट हैज टू डील विद देयर प्रॉब्लम्स, has to deal with as to what is going on inside the minds of the human beings within the organization. Management has to understand these things very deeply. Only then management can be able to make the employees feel happy within the organization. Only then the management can be or it would be able to get the maximum out of these human resources for the organization. Next feature of organizational behavior is that OB creates an atmosphere whereby both organization and individuals are benefited. So this is in fact the major advantage of study of organizational behavior, कि इससे दोनों को फायदा होता है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को भी एंड इंडिविजुअल्स को भी. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को फायदा होता है कि ये अपने एम्प्लॉयज से मैक्सिमम आउटपुट ले सकती है फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, और इंडिविजुअल्स को फायदा ये होता है कि दे इफ दे आर गिवन बेटर ट्रीटमेंट विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, इफ दे आर बेटर अंडरस्टूड विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, देन they also feel happy within the organization, and they are able to contribute the maximum for the organization, and their level of satisfaction improves. तो उनको एक जॉब सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलता है अगर उनके बिहेवियर को अंडरस्टैंड किया जाता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, अगर वो क्या सोचते हैं उनकी सोच को इंपॉर्टेंस दी जाती है, देयर फीलिंग्स आर रिगार्डेड विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जो कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर के द्वारा किया जाता है, तो देन इंडिविजुअल्स और एम्प्लॉयज गेट better job satisfaction within the organization, and they feel happy being there within the organization. Next is that because the study of OB tells us as to why people behave in a particular manner in an organization, or why one person group happens to be less productive or more productive. In short, it can be said that by the study of organizational behavior, we can improve the organizational effectiveness. So this is what organizational behavior's ultimate goal is, that by studying how an individual would feel happy in a particular if he or she is put in a particular environment, and by the study of these things, the organization is able to get maximum out of its employees. So all these things help in improving organizational effectiveness, and this is the ultimate goal of organizational behavior. Organizational behavior का जो अल्टीमेट गोल होता है वो यही होता है कि इंडिविजुअल्स को, एम्प्लॉयज को समझा जाए, उनको अंडरस्टैंड किया जाए, और उनकी फीलिंग्स को रिगार्ड किया जाए, so that they can perform better within the organization, and their effectiveness within the organization is enhanced, and organization उनसे maximum output ले सके. तो ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट व्हाट इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर और इसकी क्या क्या विशेषताएं हैं. आगे ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर को अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए हमने समझना होगा कि इसका स्कोप क्या है, इसके की एलिमेंट्स क्या है. तो की एलिमेंट्स, 4 की एलिमेंट्स हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर के. 1 इज पीपल, 2nd is structure, 3rd is technology, and 4th is environment. We'll study these key elements in the next video. Thank you for listening to this all about what is organizational behavior and what are its features.